If they put onions on it, scrape it off.
Because I don't like onions. If there's one like little sliver in there, it just ruins the whole thing.
But you like onion rings. How is that
I
possible?
know. I know.
How is that possible? Have
Yeah.
you seen those
Yes.
packages of pickles?
Trust me, I've got it all. All the
I do.
pickles.
I
all
love
the pickle
I
flavored
love
chips.
pickles.
No,
that
for
are in a
travel.
pack. They're in a
Like
little
instead
pouch.
of opening up a candy bar,
100%.
you open up a package of pickles.
That's
That
packet.
disgusts me to hear that. I don't want to open up a single
really
package of a
delicious.
pickle and like squeeze it out. Like that sounds like disgusting on so many levels. Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children. We've all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
We've all been through ups and downs that come along with life and have always helped each other through, shared stories, and laughed together.
We welcome all of you into our daily conversations and hope you have some fun with us.
So let's jump in.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
Welcome.
Hi.
Look at
So
who
good to
I
see
got.
you.
I see we have a guest.
We have
Hi,
a
Mom.
guest.
Thanks for including me today.
Big
Hi,
Mama.
Mom. I love
This
it.
is awesome.
Yeah, Big Mama. Dad, stick your head in here. I'm visiting Mom and Dad. Put yourself in the little video here, Dad.
Hi,
Can't
Dad.
hear us because he doesn't have an earpiece, but
Hi, Dad.
say hi.
Looking good.
Yeah, I came down to see Mom and Dad for a couple days, and then I'm off to Ohio again to go see D2 before the year is over because my husband is not
You're
seen
going
her
on
yet.
another visit?
I'm
You
going
just
on
were
another
there.
visit, this time with the husband because he hasn't been there since she moved in, and he was
Oh.
feeling very left out because, I had fun without him.
What about D1?
Well, D1, I have not been to see since the fall, and she's getting ready to come back home in a couple weeks, and we're going to have her until September. So she's getting sort of short end of the stick, but that's okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but then she's going to Scotland. So
Then
that's
she's going
okay.
to Scotland, and she's doing just fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all good.
How was everybody's weekend? I haven't talked to you since the weekend. Everybody have a good one?
I had a good weekend. I will say I had one little tiny disappointment. Rich and I and our son went to the Nashville Predators game because the Nashville Predators they sponsor his hockey team who won the national championship of the entire country. Like it's a huge
She's
deal.
amazing.
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 And so they offered to give the boys on the team free tickets and then the parents $50 tickets. So we decided, okay, we're going to
That's so
go.
nice.
They said in the email, like they're going to acknowledge the boys. They're very proud of them, blah, blah, blah. So we
Yeah.
get there, we do all the things. We ask everybody, like, when's it going to happen? Are they going to stand at their seats? Are they going to put them on the ice? Like, what's going to happen? Nobody had any information. And by the way, they did nothing.
Oh.
Oh.
That's very poor public
Like,
relations.
It was kind of a bummer. We went up to all this effort on a Saturday night to go downtown, go to this game. And the game was fine. It was fun, but I thought they were going to acknowledge the hard work of this team and their
Aw.
accomplishment, and they did nothing. So I was
Well, were the boys super? I'm sure they were super bummed or disappointed that they
bummed.
didn't. Yeah.
Well,
They
that
were
was a total
bummed.
miscommunication.
I would contact
with
the public relations department at
Yeah.
the Predators
must
and
be-
say, you
that
guys
must have
really
been a
dropped the ball on
mistake.
this one.
Yeah. It was
Somebody-
terrible. And that was the
there-
last home game. So it's
Oh.
over.
Oh.
Oh, that's a boo.
So they really did drop the ball.
They really
Yikes.
dropped the
Big-
ball.
big
I was
time.
kind of bummed for
Yeah.
them.
That's too bad.
That's
Well,
not good.
Still amazing.
You
they
got to
won.
go,
That's
and
awesome.
it's amazing they won. Yay, Jack! Yay, Predators!
Yay.
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 Hard work.
Good job,
Very
boys.
good.
Amazing. Well, our weekend was, back to the normal grind, a filled weekend of soccer. But I'm kind of really getting into golf. I'm a terrible golfer, but I'm enjoying it more. And we were watching the Masters. And
Yes.
I was enjoying watching the Masters, and it also made me feel good when they do terrible. That I'm like, yes, this is a really hard.
It's a hard
This is a
game.
hard. This is
Yeah.
a hard
The
sport.
Masters
Yeah.
is
Right.
so fun to watch.
It is. It's
You know?
really fun.
Yeah.
I actually was. I'm happy Scotty Scheffler won, but I was
Yeah.
kind of. There was a kid that got second place, and do
The
you know
kid
he
from
just
Sweden?
graduated from college? He like went, I think, to like the University of Texas or something.
No, he went to Texas Tech,
Oh, Texas Tech. Okay,
but he's from
I knew
Sweden.
Texas was in there, but I thought I was kind of
He was a
rooting for
cute
him.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed like he was taking it all in though. Like what a
He seemed
fun
like he was a
experience.
good kid. Yeah.
That for sure. That's cool.
And I thought Max Homa was good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it kind of
Masters is always
inspired
fun.
the Masters kind of inspired me to we love a good cocktail in our family, and I almost feel like I was born in the wrong era of like cocktail hour, and the Masters has a signature cocktail that we made, and it was really good. It's called the Azalea, and I
Yes.
actually even brought one with me
Oh,
that
what's
I
in
just
it?
How
spilled
pretty is
all
that,
over
Nancy?
me.
What is it?
So what's in it? Lemonade, grenadine, and it's ice and a lemon and a cherry. So I guess if you also did I leave something? Oh, and vodka. What I
Yeah,
say?
but you can leave the vodka out
could
and
leave the
just have
vodka
like
out.
a nice mocktail.
Yeah. That'd be a
Yes.
perfect
Or you
vodka.
could leave the
Have you
vodka
been
out.
drinking that before this podcast that made you think?
No, you would think that I had been since I just spilled it all over myself, and I can't remember how to make it. But yeah, so you could make it so it's vodka, lemonade, grenadine, or you could leave the vodka out, or you could even put a splash of club soda in it. But it's really,
Yeah.
really yummy, and it's pretty,
It looks
and it's
good.
refreshing. Yes.
Well, you're
That's
gonna put
going to be a good summer drink.
That's
I
a
think.
summer drink. We
Yeah.
should put that on the list.
Let's add it to
Add
our
it
list.
to our list.
I agree.
So it's
Yeah,
yummy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you introduced the craft cocktails. Our craft cocktail started because we have a summer place that we all spend together at the lake. And I guess it's the job of whoever stays back and doesn't go fishing has to make the craft cocktail and an appetizer, poo-poo as we call them. And, it's nice. So when the fishermen come back, they have food and drink, to eat. So that's kind of how we started with our craft cocktails. So we're always intrigued when people have new ideas and new drinks for us.
Mhm.
So we thought, our listeners would appreciate that because now it's getting to be summer, spring, summer, and, you have people over, backyard parties, whatever, gatherings. So it's good.
Mhm.
I wanted to talk about a craft cocktail that my family makes. My husband makes what's called a bullfrog, and I had never heard of it before. But I
I
guess
love a
when
good
we
bullfrog.
when we started dating, I mean, this is like a long time ago. So I think.
So how many
when I
years?
first-
Like
Yeah. How
30?
long ago was it?
Yeah. Tell.
Yeah,
Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I can't even believe I'm saying this, but 24 years in July.
They were made their anniversary.
Yeah.
They'll be 24.
Yeah. Wow.
But the first time I ever had a bullfrog, I had to go up to the Saratoga area because that's where Peter's from. And we went to like his childhood home, and their neighbors were like super good friends with them. And that's where the bullfrog, I think Peter like had his first bullfrog that originated there. And these people, I mean, I just have to say, it was like an afternoon of drinking bullfrogs and playing bocce ball. And we were like way overserved. I mean, like,
Well, that's a vicious drink because it's so good. You
It's
don't.
so good. It goes down
well,
easy.
I think because it's like light and refreshing,
Mm-hmm.
it just is like tasty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are you guys going to put those recipes on your?
we will put them
Yeah.
on the podcast so everybody knows how to make them. But it basically is Minute Maid frozen concentrate with water, and then you
But
add
it's the
some
limeade.
vodka.
Limeade.
The
Right?
limeade.
Limeade.
Yeah.
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 And then you add like you can add vodka or you can do gin. Like Peter doesn't like vodka, so he puts gin in his, but I like vodka in mine.
Which I find fascinating because most people are the opposite. Like most people have a strong opinion about gin and not vodka. So I find it so fascinating that he does not like vodka because it's so
Well, it's
benign to me.
because he had a bad experience.
I
Is why.
So it's not really on the vodka; it's on the memory of the vodka being bad.
See,
Yeah.
I'd had a bad experience with gin.
Gin, gin is tough.
Yes,
I
let's
don't
talk
drink
about
gin.
that, Mom.
Yeah, what is that bad experience? Do you want to
Oh,
share?
that's too
That's
long
for
of a story for
that's
another day.
day
That's a whole
story.
podcast all by itself.
That's your oldest, like supporting you and being like, "Oh, we're not going to make mom go there."
We're not gonna be. Not gonna throw anybody under the bus for that.
But anyway,
Well, Kathy,
bullfrogs
I
are
love a
great.
good bullfrog.
They're like a great summer drink. You know, you could be outside, like just on the patio, playing bocce, playing badminton, having your buddies over. You don't even have to have alcohol in it. It's just like a good summer drink.
Well, I think what we do at the lake is we put it in the blender, so it's like a kind of a
Yes.
sloshy, like blended drink,
Yeah,
which
you could
is
do it on ice,
really
but
good.
I do like it blended because I like that
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, you
Um,
like
It's more of a
everything
slushy.
blended. You like
I
all your drinks
do.
blended.
I do. I don't know why I do, but
And maybe
This
we
makes
should
you
also
feel
make
like you're on
sure,
vacation.
and we get those little umbrellas. We should have those on standby and just put them
I
in.
like that idea for
we
us.
should have
Yeah.
those.
Let's do
We
that.
should.
Yeah, a little
So,
festive.
Like jazz it up a little bit.
But the poo poo I was thinking that would be nice to pair with this bullfrog, I think is Linda, you have a friend, Jill, who has bean dip, and she makes it's delicious. And I'm going to tell you what's in it. It's like black beans, giant Mexican corn, avocados, tomatoes, green onions, a red onion, a little canola oil, white vinegar, and then just some packets of good seasons Italian dressing. And you like chop everything up, you put it in the bowl and mix it all up, and then you can serve it with like either I think Fritos scoops are delicious, or even like Tostitos scoops are
Yeah.
good, or
It's
even regular
delicious.
chips. But it's so good, don't you think,
It's so
Mom? I
good.
know you love. I know you love Jill's dip.
Oh, I do. It's
You know,
delicious.
we call it Jill's dip, so
It-
that's a little nod to Jill, my friend back in
Yes,
Chicago.
hi Jill. We
Hi,
love
Jill.
it.
and it's even better the next day if you don't eat it all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
so
really
good.
good.
It's like gluten free. It's got it's
Yeah.
got all the good
It's
stuff.
veggies. It's really not bad for
delish.
you.
It's delicious. So
Yeah.
or listeners, let's try it. It's really,
High
really,
protein,
really good.
not much fat,
Yeah.
Do you
it's
know the
really
and
good.
good
oil?
fat.
I like to switch out the oil to the avocado oil. It just gives it a little something
Yeah, a
different
little
than the
different
canola
flavor.
oil. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
I've been using a lot of grapeseed oil too
Yeah.
because it doesn't have much flavor.
And I sometimes add to that dip a little bit of ground cumin.
Oh,
And
I do
instead of
too.
white vinegar, I also sometimes use apple cider vinegar,
Right.
which gives it a little different depth. So I think with all dips, of course, you can sort of make it your own. But yeah, that's a fan
Well,
favorite.
anything with cumin in it is good. I love cumin.
Totally. I do too.
I have a problem with it when I make stuff. I'm like, oh, I like dump it on.
I know
Yeah,
it feels
it's
like you should live somewhere like, Texas or Mexico. You love like Southwestern food for sure,
I do.
which surprises me. I think it's good too, but it surprises me because I feel like, and don't get mad when I say this, but you can be a little picky.
Oh,
Well, that's the pot.
Well, you
Well-
remember, like I always think about
You
you,
know.
like with like eats, like when we were on a road trip and we went through McDonald's and you
Well,
were
that's
driving and
because I know-
you handed me the bag and you're like, "Can you look at my hamburger? And if they put onions on it, scrape it off." And I was
don't
like,
onions.
I'm like,
Onions are
really?
a boo.
so
They're-
we're going down the highway and I'm like, everything's like
Scraping
bumpy and I'm
onions
trying
onto
to
your
like
lap.
scrape off these onions and I'm giving it back to Kathy. She's like, "No, did you get them all? Because I don't like
because
onions." I'm
if there's
like,
one like little sliver in there, it just ruins the whole thing.
But
oh
you
my.
like onion rings. How is that
I
possible?
know. I
How
know.
is that possible?
It makes no sense.
I'm weird.
No.
I
It
admit it.
makes no sense.
I
You make
know,
no
not
sense.
weird, Kathy. You're just
You
a
just-
little
You're
eccentric.
eccentric.
You like what you like. You like what you like.
You like what
Is
you
you
The
like
like.
what you
onion
like.
on the McDonald's hamburger ruins it for me.
Kathy,
I-
I
we
won't.
get that.
I'm gonna be on my deathbed and remember that experience because I could not believe it as we were on this dilapidated road and I'm like dealing with your sandwich
I know.
and you're like, don't
You
give
know
it back
what's
to
so
me.
funny? My kids had kind of like taken on. They actually do like onions, but they don't like. He'll kill me for saying his name. But my oldest, Grayson, does not like pickles. If pickle juice touches his sandwich, he will not eat it.
He is a little picky about his food.
funny.
It's serious.
I
It
have
is
a child that adores pickles and eats them right out of the jar regularly.
Have
Yeah.
you seen those those
Yes.
packages
Oh.
of pickles?
Trust me, I've got it all. I've got it all. All the
I do.
pickles.
I
all
love
the pickle flavored
I
chips.
love a pickle.
No, these are like you find them
Little
like at a
like
gas
sliced
station or whatever.
pickles
They're
that
for
are
travel.
They're in a
Like
little
instead of opening up a
pouch.
candy bar,
100%.
you open up a package of pickles.
That's right.
Oh.
I
Used
don't know
to
why, but that
pack it.
disgusts me to hear that. I don't want to open up a single
really
package of a
delicious.
pickle.
They're dill
And
pickles.
like,
They're delicious.
like squeeze it out. Like that sounds like disgusting on so
Look at those nasty jars that are
Squeeze
in
them
the
out?
grocery
What
store.
are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah,
You just open the package. Okay, girls.
Yes.
Well,
that is
I think
not
it's time
right.
to change the topic.
I
I'm
love
passing this on to you, Linda.
I love your bullfrog. So here
What's
I'm
your
with
craft
Mom and
cocktail?
my craft cocktail is the Cosmopolitan or the Cosmo. And it's that because it's our mom's favorite cocktail.
It is.
So I wanted to do a little research about the origin of the cocktail. And it's kind of started in the late 60s when Ocean Spray tried to find ways to market their cranberry juice. And
Oh.
so a particular bartender tried using it in Florida and then somebody else in New York. And then as time goes on, it really became what it is now at the Rainbow Room with this guy, what's his name? Dale DeGrosse in the Rainbow Room. Companies were coming up with flavored spirits. And so he made what we now know as the classic Cosmopolitan back in the late 80s. And then, of course, Sex in the City, all those girls drank Cosmopolitans all the time. They became very popular. So Cosmopolitan is light pink.
That looks very pretty.
Pretty.
Yeah. And it's kind of sweet and tart. It's very light, very refreshing, very drinkable. Mom and I made skinny Cosmos this morning, which is vodka, citron, lemon flavored vodka, a little bit of club soda, a little bit of cranberry juice, and lime juice. And, we used a very cold glass and we shook our ingredients in a shaker with ice and poured it over and then added like this cute little lime. And it's super tasty. I think if you want to do the classic Cosmo, we discussed, you really need to use not 100% cranberry juice. You want to use the cranberry cocktail
Because you need the
juice.
sugar.
Because the sugar.
Oh, that
And
has,
you use Cointreau. So we put both recipes at the end of this podcast for everybody. And the article that kind of talks about like the origin of the Cosmopolitan. And I also put a little link to my favorite, very classic shaped martini glasses that you can get on Amazon. And they're very reasonable, like 4 for like $12 or something like that.
Did you say that you put baking soda in it?
Club soda.
Club soda.
Club
Club soda.
Club soda.
Club soda.
You're
Yeah,
like that Rachel from Friends who like makes
Cheers.
this trifold and then all of a sudden she puts like beef in it and you're like, I thought that was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. That was gross that she did that. I remember that episode. And we were all like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So anyway, we are going to have this like nice little skinny yummy, cosmopolitan. I think, this is such a light, refreshing drink. You could serve it with any appetizer, but I would probably do a classic charcuterie.
Charcuterie. I think
Yes.
the bean dip is better for the bullfrog. A
Yeah.
heavier.
Yeah.
This is really light.
Yeah.
So just
Charcuterie is excellent.
charcuterie.
Yeah. So, some salamis, some
cheeses,
crackers, maybe
Little fruit.
nuts. Make it pretty and enjoy your cosmopolitan as you're having this very pretty, sophisticated light drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mom. Happy you're here.
Cheers,
Thank you.
guys.
I'm happy
That
you're here.
looks delicious. I wish we
This
were
is a
all
real
in the
treat.
same
It's
in the
delish.
same area so we could partake.
I got to have Cosmos with Mom in Florida.
We
So
did
that was
had a
nice.
few.
Yeah, it's
I'm the
fun.
only one
It
who
is fun.
I guess, Mom, I'm the only one who hasn't seen you recently.
Oh, I know.
bad dog.
We
I
need
also
to
want
fix
to
that.
tell everybody National Cosmopolitan Day is coming up May 7th. May 7th,
Is that a
National
real thing?
Cosmopolitan Day.
That's a real thing.
Yes, it's a real thing. So May 7th, everybody look at the recipe that we've attached and, send us a note and let us know if you like the drink. Nancy, your azalea drink sounds amazing.
That sounds delicious.
So,
So what are you pairing with that?
It is really good. And I was going to circle back because what I ended up pairing it, or what I'm going to pair, or what I have paired it with and moving forward pairing it with, it's the, do you guys remember when we talked about chicken and we talked about the hot chicken, and Linda, you said to put it in a blender to shred it?
Yeah.
It's not a blender. So I just want to repeat that. That was not a blender. It's a
it was
mixer with a beater.
hand mixer.
So
A hand
you need
mixer.
to, so we decided, and when that we would try this and see if it would work. So we made over the weekend barbecue chicken, and we needed to shred it. So we used the hand mixer. It took 2 seconds, and it did such a good job, and it was easy and delicious. So I feel like with
Really?
the azalea moving forward, any like barbecue, like you could, do
Yeah.
barbecue chicken, you could do like sliders, you could do nachos, you could do,
Yeah.
many
Quesadillas.
things. Quesadillas.
The classic.
It's a classic dance.
But I
It's
just
good.
wanted to circle back.
Quesadillas.
The hand mixer trick really worked, and you just throw the beaters in the washer or in the dishwasher.
The dishwasher. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
like
don't
perfect.
put my beaters in the dishwasher. I
Why not?
hand wash them.
Why not?
Oh.
I don't know. I thought that they weren't supposed to go in the dishwasher. I
They're
thought that they
stainless steel. Throw them on the top.
I thought they were
rack.
too delicate.
You
I
lay them
put
on
them
the
in the
top
very, very
rack.
top. I have like a extra pull, like a
I do
third
I'll
too.
put it
for
on
the
the top rack.
delicate.
Okay, well I'll
and
try
I
it
put
next
it
time
there.
because I
Actually, I just took mine out of the rack of the dishwasher.
You
a little,
did?
little while ago. I made butterscotch brownies last night for dinner.
I did the same thing. That's so crazy. Except I put chocolate chips in mine.
Well,
Half
I
the
didn't.
pan is gone.
Half the pan is gone. What was not good was the page in I have this very old Betty Crocker cookbook, like 50 years old, and it's been used heavily, and so that a lot of the page, especially the ones I use a lot, are all ratty. The page with my butterscotch brownie recipe on it is missing.
Okay, I have your recipe. I will have.
Oh.
I mean,
Jack
it's like,
send it
so
to
I
you.
had to find a recipe, and it was not as good.
You stole her page.
I don't think
You have sticky fingers.
I'm
Nice.
glad she has the recipe because I looked
I
all
have
over
her
for my
recipe,
page.
like she wrote it down for me,
Well, Mom,
and I have
that's
it in
bizarre.
my.
Well, it is. Who would take a
That
page
is
out of my
weird.
cookbook?
That's weird.
It is weird. I mean, it's a really ratty looking cookbook now, and you cannot find it anywhere. I mean, you can't go on eBay. You can't go anywhere and find the original. They went healthy with the last episode,
Oh.
Oh.
which means they took a bunch of
A
the good
healthy
stuff out of the
butterscotch
recipes.
brownie.
Well, all the recipes, they took a lot of,
Okay, you know what? I feel like this is a good project for your granddaughter, Sarah. She thrifts all the time. She goes to, she goes to these antique stores and she'll go through books and stuff. and I'm going to put her on that.
Please
and she
do
will find
the
it.
original Betty Crocker cookbook.
Yeah.
like
She'll
it.
find it for you.
I have a modern version, but it's just not the
It's
same.
not the same.
Well, you know Grandma's brownies.
I was just thinking about our brownies. I literally was just like,
So
The
wait,
hard
so,
rocks.
so before we talk any more about that, for people who don't know Grandma Kunz's brownies, they were amazing and they were chocolate brownies, but you had to eat them the day of because by day 2, you could literally hit
hard,
the
that hard as
brownie
a rock.
against the counter and they were hard as a rock. It was
Right.
crazy.
Right. Her original recipe, which I have, I think somewhere, the original recipe, which she used for many years, was really good. It was sugar and lard.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Which explains why they get brick hard after a day.
Yeah.
But they were so good when they were warm. But
yeah,
then
it was
then she
delicious.
started modifying her recipe to make it healthier. So she would put a different fat in it, different
Right.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever
I think
she
I
changed
have
it.
one of
She even
her
tried
recipes.
using whole wheat flour.
Terrible.
Those were
Those were
not a
terrible.
good choice.
Those were terrible.
Those were not a good choice.
I mean, she wasn't a great cook, but she made like 2 things that were good, and the brownies day 1 were
What was
were
the
good.
other one?
Fried chicken.
She'd send me those when I was in
yeah.
college.
Well, she stopped.
That
She
was
messed that
nice.
up too. She stopped frying chicken. Right?
Yeah.
She stopped making fried chicken.
Yeah. So we're gonna look for that cookbook. I know we're gonna find it. And I hope our listeners and our people who are watching us try the recipes that we're attaching because they're tried and true. They are delicious.
They're good
Spring
ones.
is coming. It is time to crack open those nice, refreshing cocktails and enjoy your family and friends outside if you can.
We tried to eat on the patio last night because it was so beautiful in the daytime, but it got really windy and untenable to stay outside.
Oh.
But we got mulched and we got our flowers in, so we were
Yeah, it
was
looks
pretty.
So girls, what's for dinner tonight?
Aggies.
Oh.
We,
Oh.
I'm in our old hometown for all of our listeners, and I have a couple of places that I really like. And so we cooked in last night. We had steaks, and it was amazing. And tonight we're going to go for pizza at an old family pizzeria called Akatushi's. And then
Yum.
tomorrow we are going out also to a new restaurant downtown.
Yeah, it's a restaurant you guys will all like. And the next time you're all in town, we'll go down and try it. It's called Saffron Social. It's the same guy who did thyme, sugar, salt, cayenne.
Awesome.
All of his restaurants are named after a spice of some kind.
That's fun.
And so, but this is by far
The best.
the best.
Awesome.
And
Well,
it's
that sounds
really,
like nice.
it looks like it's sort of Capitol Grill-esque
Okay.
Yeah.
on the
nice.
inside.
Can I wear my pink sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Are you going to Aggie's, like eating in house?
we're going to
We're going
Aggie.
tomorrow. I'm going to Aggie's tonight. I can wear my pink sweatshirt at Aggie's.
Are you getting take it up, like take out?
No, we're going to eat there.
Oh, okay.
It's always
I
better
love-
when you
I
eat
love
there.
it. It's like it's nothing fancy, but I love going there. It feels like it's a must
school.
nostalgic
I know.
stop.
Yeah.
Like
I
being
wish I was
back.
there.
Todd's coming. Our friend Todd is coming to town to visit mom and dad
So
and me.
nice.
Driving down from Chicago now. So it will be the
Oh.
4 of us, and we're going to have a big old time tonight. What are you going to do for dinner, Nance?
I am making Jill's flank steak that you posted last week. So I have it marinating right now. And
Oh, that
I bet
sounds
that
delicious.
would also pair well with the azalea, to be
It
honest.
It
with
would.
you.
It would, because
Yeah.
it's sweet. And
Yeah.
I usually serve rice with that, and then like a vegetable and a salad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
that
love
sounds
that.
good.
What about you, Kath?
Well, I am solo tonight. I just have the boys. Peter's gone. I think we're going to have Taco Wednesday.
Nice.
That's good. The boys love tacos.
I love tacos too.
They're good.
Yeah.
Hard shell, soft shell.
So these two like soft shell. My other one likes hard shell. So probably soft.
Nice. Well, Mom, this was so fun that you came to visit at our.
Well, thanks for including me. I feel like I'm crashing
I
the
think
podcast.
you should be a regular,
Be a regular visitor.
Oh, I don't know about that. But it's fun to
Yeah.
be here. It's nice to talk to you guys. I
Yeah.
miss you.
I know.
Yeah.
We
I
miss
miss
It's
you
hard
all.
that we're so far apart sometimes.
I know. I know.
We'll have to get Dad on here too.
Can you imagine Dad being on here? I mean, if anybody could do it though, Kathy could. He doesn't really say no to you very often.
Yeah, let's
No,
get
he
him on.
doesn't. We'd have to work through our sound.
We'd have to figure out a sound thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
Oh,
would work.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Well, I hope you guys have a good night. Good evening.
All right. Well,
Nice
you
to
guys
see you.
too. We want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. And Mom,
Right.
sisters and Mom out.